In today's episode, it's Tariff 3. How quickly can I earn £100? Wonderful compliment about the cab trade makes my day.
They think you're one of the best in the world.
And Guess the Fare this week gives us a double terminal drop-off. Hey, good morning, you gorgeous crazy cats. How are you getting on? Well, it's a bank holiday Monday here. So in the UK, we have a long weekend, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Not only that, it's Notting Hill Carnival. And the bonus, if you're a cab driver on a bank holiday Monday, well, it's Tariff 3. And unfortunately, there was no winner for Guess the Fare again. The rider was from Sofitel Waterloo Place to London City Airport, and it came to £83.80. Better luck today, folks. So most people are not working on a Monday, bank holiday, but I am because of the extra rate, and I'll be taking tomorrow off. Without further ado, let's get into this Bank Holiday Monday shift video. And off we go, hunting down job number 1 on this bank holiday shift. Thank you, Ealing Council, for resurfacing my road. That's very kind of you. If you're new to the channel, then I head east into London. Uxbridge Road, the Vale, then Shepherd's Bush Green, because I like to head to a little hotel called the Kensington Hilton. And the question is, will I get onto the rank today? Well, we're just about to find out. And I certainly did get on the rank, and I got on to point because the hotel was a hive of activity. Lots of people staying here for the Notting Hill Carnival and lots of performers staying here for the Notting Hill Carnival as well. As you can see, just a 3-minute wait and I was off. Okay, first job, Leinster Square, do a right out onto the Holland Park Avenue heading east towards Notting Hill Gate, where the carnival is. And I was thinking, seeing as we're on Tariff 3 today, let's see how long it takes us, or takes me, to hit my first 100. Okay, I'll put the running total on the right-hand side once I finish the first job. Heading through Notting Hill Gate now, you can see the crowd restrictions in place on the left. Take a good look at them. I won't be able to turn into Leinster Square. How do you pronounce that one? I always get that wrong. I've been told off about that before. I'll be dropping the passenger down on the left. And that's exactly what I do on the corner of Palace Court. Thanks very much, sir. Have a good day. Thank you. Job number 1. That was the Kensington Hilton to Leinster Square, or Leinster Square. Let's keep heading east and out of this madness. It was literally a minute before I got flagged down, and this is where job number 2 was going. Hello, sir.
We need to go to Peninsula Station.
Paddington Station?
Yeah.
I know it well. 2 jobs practically back to back here. Let's see how we get on. Okay, forward Bayswater Road. This is very easy past Lancaster Gate on your left. Not far away, but that's what I like. 1 out, 1 in. Jump onto Lancaster Terrace left to Gloucester Terrace, get to the lights, wait here for a couple of minutes, do a right turn onto Craven Road. Paddington really is just around the corner, but on Tariff 3, every job is worthwhile, I can tell you that. We'll set down on the left for Parade Street and I help the passengers out with their luggage. Okay, job number 2, that was Bayswater Road to Paddington, just around the corner. So far so good. It's only about 25 past 10 and I've done 2 jobs on Tariff 3. And I'll head down Park Lane now, I think, towards the Peninsula. Didn't get a bite on the way there. Let's see if there are any cabs on the Peninsula. If not, I will turn in there and rank up. And, well, there we are. I'm on point. Happy days. It's 20 past 10. I'm 2 jobs down. Both cash jobs, funnily enough. The second gentleman, very generous tip. Many thanks for that. And it looks like on Tariff 3, I'm going to be able to hit my first 100 pretty quickly. And in this job, we do get paid in different types of banknotes. And this is a Scottish £10 note for anyone who hasn't seen one of these. And of course, we gladly accept them. Number 1, because they're cash. And number 2, because they are legal tender in this country. Oh, hello. How are you?
Good morning. Can you take me Harrods, please?
Harrods, yeah. Okay. Okay, little local one here. U-turn, come by Hyde Park Corner, leave by Knightsbridge. And while I'm talking about currencies and different banknotes, let me know what you drivers out there, if you're private hire or taxi drivers, what currencies are you willing to accept? Very easy job here. Welcome to Knightsbridge. Hello, Harrods. Let's set down on the left. Job number 3, little job around the corner to Harrods, £8. That takes me up to 40. Things seem to be going pretty well. I didn't wait too long at the Peninsula Hotel, so like a moth to a flame, I head back to the Peninsula Hotel again, hoping that there's no one on the rank. And sure enough, there isn't. I must admit, the Peninsula Hotel for me is a bit of a drug. Anyway, I'm back on point. And unbelievably, it was nearly an hour before I was called into the hotel for job number 4. Right, we are finally in, and that was a long wait. Hi there.
Let's go to Ebury Street, please.
Ebury Street, yeah. Comply Hotel Forecourt, leave by left Grosvenor Crescent, forward Belgrave Square on this beautiful day, forward Upper Belgrave Street, right into Eaton Square, head in a westerly direction, and you need a right turn onto Elizabeth Street, head south, left Ebury Street, set down on the right for the Tom Tom Coffee Club. Job number 4, just around the corner, Ebury Street, £9, £49, £51 off the on target. Let's just keep going. Okay, Mark, where to next? Well, we'll head north towards Belgrave Square, I suppose, and then after that, maybe we'll go round the square and then Grosvenor Mark, what are you doing? You're heading back towards the Peninsula Hotel. What's wrong with you? You waited there an hour. Oh my gosh. Well, the rank's empty. I just can't resist it. I'm ranking up again, folks. I'm ranking up for job number 3 outside the Peninsula Hotel. And I was there for just a minute, and the concierge came out and put his head through my window and said, would you be prepared to go to the airport and do 2 drops, Terminal 2 and 3? Oh my God, I was racing into the forecourt before you knew it. Happy days. So this is an airport run with a double terminal drop-off, which you sometimes get. Okay, leave by right Grosvenor Crescent, by Hyde Park Corner, leave by Knightsbridge. And guess what, folks? Well, we've got to do guess the fare if it's a double terminal drop-off. I'll be going to Terminal 2 first and then dropping off at Terminal 3. Obviously, this job is going to break my first 100, which is a relief. And it's going to throw me through the ceiling of 100, so it's a fantastic job all the way around. Forward on the Cromwell Road then. Past the Dead Zoo on the right, the Natural History Museum. Heading past Gloucester Road on the left, get past the station, the Sainsbury's on the right, the Cromwell Hospital on the right, and then head over onto Cromwell Road West. Beautiful job this, a real roader. As you can see, the new development at the Tesco's on the right. That's going to be blocking out lots of sun, which always makes me a little bit angry. However, head towards West Kensington Station and past the North End Road on the left. Wait for a friendly green light to come on at the lights of this junction and then jump over onto the Tailgoth Road. Stay in the right lane here and then vault myself up onto the Hammersmith flyover past the Apollo on the left and then descend down onto the Great West Road. Traffic moving really nicely this morning. It's a great time to run out to the airport on a bank holiday Monday. Comply Hogarth roundabout, leave by Hogarth Lane, forward Cedars Road, forward Great West Road, and then forward Ellesmere Road, then back on the Great West Road. It changes its name a lot here. And forward onto the Chiswick flyover. Stay in the right lane. And it's about here that the first £100 barrier is broken. And on we go towards Terminals 2 and 3. Okay, guess the fare rules. Flag fall starts at £4.20. It's tariff 3 today, remember. And then the fare rises in increments of 20 pence pieces. 4.20, 4.40, 4.60. How much do you think the Peninsula Hotel to Terminals 2 and 3 will be? I will let you know in the next episode. And the winners will get a fine woven key tag if they guess correctly. And if you don't guess correctly, you can always tap on the store button for this channel and buy one from my little taxi merch shop. Heading up to Heathrow now. Need to get in the left lane for a left turn onto the Heathrow Spur Road and head down towards the big Emirates A380 roundabout, that's what I like to call it. Jump into Tunnel Approach, head under the northern runway, which is above us, jump into the right lane here, that's Constellation Way, and then head round onto the ramp that's going to take us all the way round to the drop-off point at Terminal 2. I jump out, I help the ladies with their bags, jump back in, and off we go towards Terminal 3. I'm going to have to pay 2 drop-off charges here. Well, the customers are going to have to pay 2 drop-off charges. And remember, don't add that on to your guess the fare result. I'll set down on the left for Terminal 3. Right, what a great job. A double terminal drop-off. Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. We have smashed the £100 barrier. And that was guess the fare. And of course, I can't tell you how much I'm on now because that would give away guess the fare. Time to get out of the airport and jump onto the M4, motorway number 4, and head easterly all the way towards Hammersmith. Yep, that is my first port of call normally after I've done an airport, unless there's a booking on the horizon. Anyway, traffic's moving really well. Didn't take me long to get back, just about 20 minutes. And I'm on to the Hammersmith rank, a bait at the back of the rank. Position number 4, but it didn't take long before I moved up to point. Got lucky really, took about 9 minutes before the final cab in front of me pulled away and I was off. Nice job here, gets me back into town so to speak. Well, at least the west part, comply Hammersmith Gyrate really, by left the Tailgarth Road. Go east on the Tailgarth Road, passing the North End Road on the right. Jump up onto the West Cromwell Road flyover, I guess you could call it that. Stay on the West Cromwell Road. Stay in the right lane now, we need a right turn onto the Earls Court Road, heading towards World's End. Sounds a bit ominous, don't worry, it's very nice when we get there. Forward Redcliffe Gardens, forward Redcliffe Square, forward Redcliffe Gardens, then forward Edith Grove. I need a left turn onto the King's Road. We're going to do that left turn and I'll set the lady neatly down on the left.
Take care, bye. Thank you. Okay, job number 6. That was Hammersmith rank to World's End, which this part of London is referred to because of the pub just over there, which is closed down, which is a shame.
There you go, that's the World's End pub on the right there, closed down. Not too sure when it did close down. Let me know, any of you cab drivers out there, when that happened. Okay, heading up now on the King's Road. A beautiful bank holiday Monday. I'm sure the carnival is rocking today. And as I get nearer Sloane Square, people start appearing on the streets. Coming up to Duke of York Square now, the rank, well, just one cab on. I do a U-turn and rank up. I'm cab number 2.
Hi there.
Hi. 8 Hester Road.
Hester over Battersea Bridge.
Exactly.
Yep, no problem.
Yep, Hester Road is south of Battersea Bridge, but we won't be going over Battersea Bridge to access Hester Road because of the ongoing roadworks there. So it's Albert Bridge, so down on the King's Road, heading in a westerly direction, and I need a left turn onto Oakley Street. What a beautiful day. Let's jump onto Oakley Street and head down towards Albert Bridge. Traffic is fairly light, as you can see. We're at the river, straight through the width restrictors, and then Albert Bridge Road it is. Right Parkgate Road, not a massive run this one. Right Elko Street, right Hester Road, set down on left.
Thank you. 7 jobs done, and I think I'm going to head back the same way. From here, I'm just going to get back over Albert Bridge. Don't go anywhere near Battersea Bridge, it's an absolute nightmare. And trundle back up the King's Road because there seem to be a lot of people around there, seem to be buzzing.
And where there's people, there's work. So that's exactly what I did. Jumped over Albert Bridge, back onto the King's Road, headed in a easterly direction past Duke of York Square. Didn't get a bite. And before I knew it, I was at Sloane Square. So let's see if we can get on the rank there. One of the 3 ranks that you can service. And sure enough, the second feeder was empty. So I got on point on the second feeder rank.
Welcome to Sloane Square for job number 8. Now the good thing about these 3 ranks here is you can pick up on point at any section. So as long as I stay here, if I get a job this side of the square, I can pick up.
Can we go to North Audley Street?
Of course, yeah, no problem.
Nice bread and butter job here. Forward Eaton Gate, forward Eaton Square, left Eaton Square, forward Eaton Place. Heading towards the Harry Hotel, right Chesham Place, past the German Embassy, comply Belgrave Square, and leave by Grosvenor Crescent. Hello, old friend on the right, Peninsula Hotel. Nice to see you again. Comply High Park Corner. Leave by Park Lane. Traffic's pretty good today. Seems to be whizzing around this part of London, no problem at all. We're heading into Mayfair, so in a northerly direction up towards Marble Arch. I'm going to be looking for a right turn into Brook Gate soon. Stay in the right lane, right Brook Gate. Forward Upper Brook Street, left on to Park Street. Heading north now on Park Street, need a right turn North Row, sit down on the right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, have a great day. Thank you. Okay, job number 8, Sloane Square to North Audley Street, and it's buzzing around here today.
From North Audley, I headed south onto Grosvenor Square, a new hotel on the right. The Rosewood used to be the American Embassy, just opened. More news about that later. Let's comply Grosvenor Square. Oh, the Biltmore's empty. Well, I'll have a bit of that. No cabs here. I'm on point.
Hi.
Harrods.
Harrods, yeah. Okay, no problem. Is this my third Harrods of the day? I think it is. Let's count. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. 4 Grosvenor Square, forward Upper Grosvenor Street. Another bread and butter job. We've done many of these before, but why not? Let's do one on a bank holiday Monday. Left Park Lane, head south, all the way down. Traffic is light. Wonderful news. Get to the bottom and we'll comply Hyde Park Corner. Get through that red light, then it's all the way around in a clockwise direction until we get to the left turn onto Knightsbridge. Now this is where the traffic is going to pick up a bit, past Sloane Street on the left, past the Mandarin Oriental on the right, forward and bare left Brompton Road. Passengers decided to bail out a little bit earlier on the left. Found a safe place and drop them off. Thanks very much. Oh, job number 9. That was North Audley Street to Harrods. So where to next for job number 10? Double figures. It's very tempting from here to head towards the museum, Science Museum, Victoria and Albert Museum, and the Dead Zoo, Natural History Museum. Anyway, the ranks seem to be fairly full outside the Victoria and Albert, so I headed towards South Kensington rank. Had a few cabs on it, 3 in front. But fortunately, they moved off very quickly, and a nice little job was waiting for me there for job number 10. And after 30 seconds, we are already on point. Hi, sir.
Battersea Power Station.
Okay, no problem. Come on then, folks, let's go south of the river. Okay, forward Harrington Road, right Cromwell Place, forward and bare left Old Brompton Road, forward Onslow Square, forward Sydney Place, left onto the Fulham Road. Didn't go down Pelham Street, partly because of the roadworks at the bottom, pretty sticky. Right Elliston Street, left Ixworth Place, right onto Sloane Avenue. Head south now towards Kings Road, but I can't go all the way down. Left Draycott Place, right Cadogan Gardens. Can't use Simmons Street to get into the square, so I'm going to have to use the Kings Road. Left turn onto the Kings Road, and then all the way around Sloane Square. We were here about 3/4 of an hour ago, weren't we? Left lower Sloane Street, past the Sloane Club on the right, cross over Royal Hospital Road onto Chelsea Bridge Road, past the Royal Hospital on the right, and head down towards Chelsea Bridge. Once we get to Chelsea Bridge, we'll jump over Chelsea Bridge. I can see the Battersea Power Station towers or funnels already. There's an elevator in one of those. Have you tried it? Well worth the go. I did that a few months ago. Forward Queenstown Road now. Heading south now, we need to get to the Queenstown Road roundabout, and then it's a left onto Prince of Wales Drive. Hit the lights at the end. This is Prince of Wales Drive now. Hit the lights at the end, and I'll wait for a left turn on to 9 Elms Lane, or Battersea Park Road, and then 9 Elms Lane. This part of London is a real go-to at the weekends now. It's absolutely packed. I set the customers down on the left. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you. 10 jobs, we've hit double figures. And just as I was turning around the roundabout, I got waved down. It was 1 out and 1 in.
Wimbledon Village, the High Street, please.
And away we go to the charming Wimbledon Village. So we've got to get out of Pump House Lane first. I noticed that the new car parks on the right were absolutely full and people were being turned away. That's how busy it gets here at weekends. Anyway, please go green. Thanks very much. Right turn onto 9 Elms Lane, then bear left onto Battersea Park Road. This is really going to take me southwest into Wimbledon territory, and that's where the Wombles hang out, if anyone remembers that. Basically staying on this same southwesterly line, Battersea Park Road. We'll then change into and morph into the York Road, which will kindly and neatly take us up to the Wandsworth Road roundabout, and that's where things start throwing us towards Wimbledon. Anyway, as you can see, turning out to be a beautiful bank holiday weekend here. We have now jumped onto the York Road, past the Battersea helipad on the right, jumping in and out of that bus lane, making full use of that. Now, welcome to the Wandsworth Road roundabout. The subway in the middle is where the famous Clockwork Orange scene was filmed. Comply the roundabout, leave by Swandon Way, forward and bear left, all the way around until we get to the south and do a right onto Wandsworth High Street. Going to keep going on Wandsworth High Street towards Putney now until I hit a fork in the road and take the left spur onto West Hill, and away we go. The sun is right in my eyes and the aircon is on. I can tell you that because things are heating up on this rather glorious bank holiday Monday. Forward towards Tebbett's Corner, get in the bus lane, and then south on to Wimbledon Parkside. Heading towards the home of tennis on our left, but we won't be going anywhere near that. 20 miles an hour all the way down, although it feels like we're going faster. And the motion capture is on. Heading south now, you see the common on the right, then I'll do a left into Wimbledon Village and set neatly down on the left. After this wonderful passenger alighted the vehicle, she decided to come back to my window and, well, give the London taxi trade a wonderful compliment.
When you're in Europe and you say you're an English taxi driver, they think you're one of the best in the world.
Oh, do they really?
Didn't you know that?
Well, I know the reputation is okay, but it's still nice to hear.
No.
That's very kind
are.
of you.
And I told my grandchildren, if they're late in a club, take a taxi.
You're very kind. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. I must say, hearing compliments like that about the London cab trade is really encouraging, especially when they come from all around the world. Breaking news, folks. Heading back to Putney, I got the call from Charlie.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
T5, pickup 5:45, back into town. More details coming. For those of you who didn't know, Charlie is an infamous character who throws lots of fantastic work my way. And I'm one of his ugly angels, so off we go to T5, and I better be quick because it's going to be tight. Okay, here are the details. 5:45 pickup from Terminal 5. Getting out of Putney and up through Chiswick was not easy, and it was going to be tight. Anyway, I managed to cut through onto the Sutton Court Road because taxis are allowed through that area. Unfortunately, that got me up onto the M4 in double quick time. So heading along on the M4, jumped onto the spur road down towards the A380 roundabout, whizzed around there up onto the Perimeter Road, and the Perimeter Road took me in to the feeder park where I always wait before I pick up a job at the terminals at Heathrow. And then I waited for the call from the passenger to say we are ready to be picked up. Okay, welcome to the feeder park. The flight's landed, need to pick them up, and it's going to two destinations, one in W9, that's Maida Vale, and one in NW8. That will be job number 2. That will be job number 12, and then we'll call it a day. After 5 minutes, I got the call to drive into the terminal, so I jumped on the Perimeter Road, and we were off. Okay, get ready for a big finish for the day. Leave by Wayfarer Road, forward Welland Road, comply Terminal 5 roundabout. Leave by the M25 Northern Spur Road, follow it all the way around until we jump onto the M25 heading north. Now, I need to stay in the left lane here. For the 2 lanes, the junction 4B will offer me on the right side and pull me around, heading east into London. A little bit of traffic here, so things had to slow up. Remember, it's Monday evening on a bank holiday, and a lot of people are coming back from the southwest of England after their little holiday. Whilst we're heading into town on the M4, can I take this moment to ask you to subscribe to the channel? Your support really is appreciated. Hit the thumbs up button, leave those comments down below, and don't forget your guess the fair answers for the next episode. I'll be dishing out the results then, and the winners receive, like I said, a fine woven key tag. Anyway, here we go. We keep going on the M4. I'm planning a route up to W9 and NW8, and because of the Notting Hill Carnival, I will not be going up towards Shepherd's Bush or even through Hammersmith. We're going to go a new route into town this time. We're going to cut through Chiswick and a little bit of Acton. You won't have seen this part of London coming in from the airport, so it's going to be a good opportunity to share it together. On top of the Chiswick flyover now, and we're just going to jump down on to the junction of Sutton Court Road, but we'll do a left here onto Sutton Lane North, Bear right, Heathfield Gardens, left Heathfield Terrace, right Sutton Lane North again, jump over Chiswick High Road, forward Acton Lane, past Chiswick Park Station on the left, bear round to the right, forward South Parade, and then it's left Acton Lane again. Yeah, we are definitely going to Acton, forward Beaconsfield Road, forward back into Acton Lane, and then finally we drive into Winchester Street before we get to Acton High Street. Get to the top, wait for the green light, turn right onto Acton High Street. Acton High Street then morphs into the Vale, the old Sean Connery house on the left, and then left onto East Acton Lane. Now we're heading up towards the Westway, forward and bear right East Acton Lane, until we get to the end and hit Old Oak Common Lane. That's a quick left turn, and I've got to get into the right hand lane here for my right turn on to the Westway, and off we go at 40 miles an hour, heading east up towards and over Ladbroke Grove. Now, something was happening up ahead. I thought there'd been an accident as lots of cars were congregated on the left side of the 3-lane Westway. However, if you take a closer look, these vehicles have literally stopped on this what is essentially a motorway and are taking photos of the Notting Hill Carnival on Ladbroke Grove. Absolutely incredible. There are loads of police vans coming towards me, which are obviously going to turn around the West Cross route and tell them to move on. Anyway, back to the journey. Head in a easterly direction, staying on the westway. We're looking for a slip road now, the Paddington Basin slip. Jump onto that and then head down, do a right onto Westbourne Bridge. Stop at the lights, look at the revellers, and then do a left turn onto Bishop's Bridge Road. Forward Bishop's Bridge. Thousands of people around this area of London because of the carnival. From here, it's Comply Harrow Road roundabout, and then all the way round, leave by Warwick Avenue. Stay on Warwick Avenue, keep heading in a northwesterly direction until we get to Delaware Road, home of the BBC recording studios. Jump over the bumps, bump, 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 right Elgin Avenue at the end, then right into Biddulph Road. I'll set the first set of passengers neatly down on the left. I'll jump out, I'll help them with their luggage, and I'll say thank you very much, and we'll carry on and do the second drop, which will be on the Prince Albert Road. Off we go, forward Biddulph Road, left Lauderdale Road, then Comply roundabout, leave by Sutherland Avenue, wait at the lights, then cross over for Hall Road and then do a right onto Hamilton Terrace. Quite a bit of traffic around here today until I get that right turn. Go green, thank you very much, head south and then left onto St John's Wood Road. Going past Lord's Cricket Ground on the left here, we'll keep going until we get to the George and Dragon Roundabout. That's what it used to be called anyway, but St John's Wood Roundabout will do. Leave the roundabout by Prince Albert Road and then jump and do a left into Viceroy Court. And that's your lot. 12 jobs today, a great finish. Terminal 5 back into town with those 2 drop-offs. Thanks for joining me today on this bank holiday Monday. Leave your guesses for Guess the Fare in the comments section below, and good luck with that. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Until next time, I'll see you back here.